Welcome back everybody to another episode of Hearthstone Arena with MD. We are continuing our kind of bad mage run that we started in the last episode. This might be the first time that I bow out of Arena in such a way that I actually have to draft a new deck in another episode, so I'm kind of thinking how I'm going to name this episode. Probably just shit. Anyway, so I think that I've made some poor both drafting and play choices, so hopefully I can redeem myself a little bit, but you know, I think anyone who plays Hearthstone kind of knows what kind of situation I'm in, you know, where I just feel like maybe I've been put on tilt a little bit because, you know, I've been playing badly in the last few games, so I just kind of want to get this deck over with. I think a lot of people get a similar feeling to me, and I'm not sure why I got rid of the raid leader. But I just don't want to drop it turn 3, that's all. I don't want to drop that turn 1. Alright. This is not a very strong start for my for this deck at all, but luckily I didn't drop anything turn 1. Oops. Ooh. Yeah, he offsets the damage that I did to him and then deals me 1 damage straight back. Oh man, such a bad hand. Wow, first 3 turns all I do is hero power twice. That is really shitty start. And then he's gonna drop a 5-drop now, or he's gonna just hero power me right back. Okay. Oh, please give me a decent 4-drop to drop now. I don't want to drop a Spellbreaker or the... Oh, thank you.
For the crusade!
At least that's something kind of decent. I can trade out for a 4-drop. We can trade out for a Chill Wind Yeti or something. But he's dropping a 5-drop. Wow. Not sure if I agree with that, to be honest. I think this is probably the best play. That way he can't actually die to his hero power as well.
Get behind me.
Do I feel like just fireballing that? No, I feel like frostbolting it actually. So he obviously looked at his hand and wanted to curve out on the 5s. But now, I mean, that's kind of scary because that means that he's got a lot of, like, either control cards or good 6+ drops.
Where shall I strike?
Get in there and fight, maggot!
Join or die.
Into the breach!
Yeah. This is an okay position. I can start putting in a lot of damage next turn actually. And you know, and I've got a
It's time for a little blood.
interesting. Question is now, how do I want... I don't really want to Flame Strike at this stage. Unfortunately, that's a taunt, so I can't actually get around it. So what I'll do is Fire Blast it like this. Whoops, sorry guys. There we go. So I'm gonna Frost Nova. That's what I was gonna say. And counterspell. So, I mean, like, this has now become a game of getting him to 6. So I can deal him 8 damage, 9 damage next turn. I can deal him lethal damage next turn. That's 11, 14, exactly. Yep, counterspell. Does he have a board clear now? If he leaves that Gurubashi Berserker alive, I'll be in a really, really good spot. That sound that counterspell makes is pretty funny. It's like, doo. Okay.
I can taste the mana.
He is dead then, isn't he? So 8, yeah, he's dead.
Well played.
Yep. Alright, GG. Whew. I mean, that was a really slow start as well. I don't feel like that match was very well won, because the first 3 turns I literally did nothing, and then I drew into a Scarlet Crusader, which basically won me the game, allowed me to get off good trades. You know, when I actually get an established board position and I have like control, like with minions, you know, like the deck actually functions pretty alright, but I've just chosen so many of these minions that supplement other minions. I think that, you know, it's really hard for me to establish early board control. I mean, it's hard for me to re-establish control. I don't know. Alright, I'm versing another Druid, Kumiho Asami.
You asked for it.
This would be a good hand if I had a... Well, actually, it's not a bad hand. Alright. So, I've got a good curve, actually. I want to hold on to my coin, I think. I can actually hold on onto my coin and go for 3s. But then neither of those cards that are 3s I want to return with Ancient Brewmaster, so that's going to be a problem.
Mind if I roll knee?
Alright, I think I'll just Hero Power this turn. That's a decent option, because if I played Raging Worgen, he would have just hit and then Hero Powered and killed it, and I would have lost the coin and the Raging Worgen.
What does the future hold?
Okay. Now might be the time to coin, actually, and get out the Ancient Brewmaster.
Put it on your head.
And so now, if I wanted to, I could play... Nah, I've got no very good play next turn, I don't think. If he manages to kill that and buff that, that will be really bad. But I don't think he's got a good spell that will kill this and will buff that creature, so... I mean, even if he had, like, Mark of Nature, he would have to, you know, use both the attacks. Or, you know, he could plus attack it and deal me 16 or something, which would be really bad for me. That'll probably be the better play, because then I would trade this out for that next turn. He's gone for dealing me 6 damage. Yeah. Fair play, fair play. Ooh, nice. So that can be a potential 4, 5, 6, 12 damage back right at his face. Next turn I have Silverhand Knight, or I could counterspell Frost Nova if I really needed to. Decent spot. I could Frost Nova, Hero Power, Abusive Sergeant.
What does the future
Wow. It's actually pretty tempting to... I think I'll do it this way.
Get in there, fight, maggot. maggot!
My shield for Argus.
Leaves me kind of vulnerable to a star 4, but I'll still have a 1. I'll still have a 3-1, I guess. It isn't a great spot, but... And if he does that, and then next turn, if I play Silverhand Knight and he swipes me, I'll be in a really, really bad spot. But at least I have board control now. You know, he has to deal with this Raging Worgen, which is dealing him 10 damage a turn. Hopefully, if he only has like direct removal, he'll need to spend all his mana to do that, and I'll still have a 3-2 and a 3-3. And then I can play some other stuff next turn. So it's not a terrible spot. Come on, man. Play something. Come on. How hard can this decision possibly be? Yeah.
Time waits for no one.
That was good. If you got nothing else, just armor up, don't attack. Or armor up, take 3 damage. He's seriously got nothing else? Okay, fine.
Sever my wrath! The breach!
I think that's the better way to play it. That way if he just plays a minion, I can Silverhand Knight next turn. Or, you know, if he plays a lot of creatures, I can Flame Strike. If he plays a lot of creatures, I can just Frost Nova to keep them off me a turn and then just go for him. His 1 mana off playing the 8/8 Ironbark Protector. I think he's used the coin.
To me. My shield for Argus.
I think I will Flame Strike now. That'll be 4, 7, 8, 9, 10. He'll be on 9. And then if he just plays the Ironbark Protector next turn, I can kill him. So, I'm just going to do that.
Sever my wrath! The breach!
I think this is a pretty decent spot. I mean, I don't know about you guys, but I think this is a pretty decent spot. He can't use any like great board clear because he won't be able to do it twice. He can't just put out 1 big taunt because I'll Spellbreaker it and win. I don't want to say this is in the bag because fucking I got Twisting Nethered in the last episode, which was, you know, I don't have to tell you guys, I felt pretty bad because I like completely overcommitted to that board because I didn't think about the possibility of getting nethered, Twisting Nethered at all. Yeah. That is the win.
Well played.
If I could play this.
Your magic shall not save.
Sever my wrath! The breach!
Alright.
Well played.
Okay, some decent matches now. Feels pretty good, like I'm actually playing this deck. I'm getting back into the groove of things a bit. And if I go, you know, 5-3, then, you know, I'll be happy with that. If I go 4-3 after having gone, yeah, after losing 2 matches in the first episode, I mean, I'm okay with that as well. I wouldn't be absolutely ecstatic about it, that's for goddamn sure. I would really like to just win 1 or 2 more matches just to make me feel better about my position.
Fight with honor.
You asked for it.
Interesting. So Wild Pyromancer actually I think is a pretty decent card against this deck. And Wild Pyromancer followed up with Arcane Missiles is interesting to say the least. You know, with like all the Divine Shield cards that are in this deck.
Hello.
Do I want to play Wild Pyromancer turn 1? He can pretty much kill anything he's got, right? Because then next turn I can Arcane Missiles.
What to do? What to do?
Let's go for this. I've never done this before. I've never had this combination of cards before. And if he has something to directly remove that, I don't think I can never remember if Paladins have a really good removal for this kind of thing. I don't think they do. They've got like pseudo removal with Blessing of Wisdom and stuff. Yeah, that's fine. Alright, let's see if RNG favors me. It does. That's just about how I wanted things to go. Now this is a throwaway card because next turn I want a Mirror Entity.
I hope you like my invention.
Dang. Damn. So bad. No point burning that down. If he has divine blessing, well, that sucks for me. I mean, if he has some way to give that divine shield, I mean. Oh well, shit. Should have played Mirror Entity then, shouldn't I? Ha! Egg on my face. Hopefully he'll think that's a Vaporize and just not attack. But I don't. For some reason I don't think that's gonna happen. Hopefully he plays.
Squire, attend me.
Nope. That's about the worst thing that could happen.
Squire, attend me.
Just pops that off. Yeah. And now he has a 4/4, a 2/2, and a 4/2. Interesting. I feel like keeping this off me. That was not the best, but like I don't want to just leave him with board control. I mean, I could have Frost Nova'd and kept things off my back, but I don't have any board clear in my hand at the moment, and I've got 21 cards in my deck and 2 Flame Strikes, and I'm a few turns off Flame Striking anyway.
I wonder.
He's getting efficient card trades, which feels pretty bad. Oh, fuck me.
Pay attention, class.
I am ready to learn.
Alright. This is a much better spot for me to be in. Like, I might be okay in this situation. I can play Frostfall Warlord next turn.
Pay attention, class.
Holy shit. Scobbing me. If I had one more mana, that would be so good.
Reporting for duty.
No. No!
I am ready to learn.
Flame Strike, please. Oh, Flame Strike would be so good. It's too good to be true. Alright, if I Frostwolf Warlord, what can I even fucking kill? Oh, this sucks.
The frost wolves stand ready.
I shall do as you say. I shall do as you say.
Instruction begins.
Alright. I'm back to being a really bad spot. But, you know, if he does things the way that I hope he does it, he is going to lose all his creatures and have a 5/4. Except for the 5/4 Violet Teacher. He's probably just going to attack into me now, isn't he? I would love it. Just absolutely adore if you gave me a Flame Strike. Not that it would do that much to stem this tide of arse-ponery. As I said, it wouldn't do that much to stem the tide of arse-ponery. At least I can start poking off creatures next turn. Yeah. Could have gone better, but oh well. If I had one more mana, you know, I could have picked off the Chillwind Yeti. Sadly, no dice. Oh, fuck.
I am ready to learn.
Fuck.
We must cleanse the
Oh my
Sunwell.
goodness. That's it. This is the end of the run. Unless I picked up another Flame Strike right now. Sadly, I didn't. Will that save me? Nope.
Well played. You win this one.
Drat. Oh, sucks. Alright. 4 and 3 is okay. As I said, it's, you know, obviously not the best. I mean, I don't know what exactly went wrong with this run, but it just didn't work out for me. Oh, well, you know, 2 good runs on the channel and then followed by 30 gold and a pack. Oh, the pain. Alright. Let's hope we can get some redemption with this pack, eh? Oh, fuck now. I should have bad runs more often. Kidnapper. King Muckler? Oh god, alright, fine. You know, I shouldn't complain, you know, I got a legendary. Alright. Yeah, thanks for watching, guys. You know, hope you guys enjoyed me playing pretty badly, but you know, then opening King Muckler, which I'm pretty sure is like one of the worst legendaries, I would say, right? King Muckler wanders Jaguaro Isle, searching for love. Aww, it's a romantic at heart. You gotta appreciate that kind of thing. Alright, yeah, thanks for watching, guys, and I will see you in the next episode.